Welcome to the award-winning Texas Toast Podcast, your podcast home for all things Texas country. Kick back and enjoy as we toast the best in Texas country. Hello and cheers, everyone. A big Texas toast welcome to Gage Fontenot. And Gage, this is the first time I get to visit with you on the podcast,
Yes,
and so
ma'am.
welcome. It's a very exciting and busy time for you because I know you're out on radio tour. So talk to me a little bit how a radio tour has been going for you.
It's been going really good. It's actually helping a lot more than I thought. This is the first song I've ever released. So it's not, I guess, not knowing what is going to happen with it, not knowing if it's gonna map out at all. You know what I mean? If it's gonna hit, if it's not gonna hit, what the radio tours are gonna do, like not knowing the ins and out of all this and stuff like that.
Oh,
And so
right.
now that I'm doing it and I'm seeing like, okay, like all this stuff is helping. Like it's not just you're not just driving around, you know what I mean? It's all helping and it has a lot. Like we're slowly I hit the chart, my first song charted and it's slowly climbing. So it's been all around a really good experience. I've really enjoyed meeting all the people and hearing what they all have to say.
I know. Don't we have some amazing people in Texas
We
Country
do.
Radio? They are
We
so
do.
all of my friends. That's like extended family for me. Love them to death, and I know that you're just having a great time because we have a very good product to work with. Know Somebody is absolutely amazing. You just nailed it on that one. Great pick for your first radio release. So
Thank
tell me
you.
about the background on that song and how all of
So
this came about.
that's funny. I've been asked that twice today.
I'm sure we want to
So
know. We want to know because it's so
so
good.
I disappoint a lot of people when I say this, but there was actually no meaning behind why I wrote that song. It's actually the first song I ever wrote. um,
Wow. Wow.
yeah, so it was.
Congrats. That's
Thank you.
awesome.
I appreciate that. But yeah, it was kind of a weird thing. Like I'd never written a song before. I wasn't really in touch with the right how you're feeling at the moment type of thing. I'd never done it, and so
Okay.
I was actually just sitting in my bed, listening to a Chris Young song. I don't know if you've ever heard it. It's called "I Know Somebody."
Hmm.
Or no. I know a guy. Sorry, I know a guy. That's a different one. That's mine. um, so it's called "I Know a Guy," and I was sitting there listening to it, and I was like, "I know a guy," and singing along, and I was like, "I know me," like I know somebody, like, and it was just like just playing in my head with words and stuff, and so I started writing it down, and it turned into a song.
Wow. Well, it's great. And I think, and one of the things that impresses me so much was it's not just the composition on the song and the production, but the writing. I thought the writing was excellent.
Well, I appreciate that, and the composition and
Such a
production.
great concept. Okay, so how did you get, what is your background with music? Are you one of those that was like in diapers running around singing, like it came to you naturally? How
No,
did you
so
get
I
into
was actually
music?
one of those. I was actually one of those who was running around in diapers, beating on pots of pans.
Okay.
Yeah, the drums was kind of like the one thing I wanted to do since I was little. And then I got into first grade and I started like just singing here and there, like around my parents. You know, I was so little, I didn't know what I was doing. And then my mom signed me up for the talent show because she worked at the school that I went to.
Awesome.
And I
Love
sang
it.
Big Green Tractor
Really? I
for my
love
first
this.
grade talent show. Yeah, that was so that's out there somewhere if anyone's wanting to go find it. It's out there. Uh, So yeah, and then after that, I kind of like didn't think I would ever like be a singer. Like I just did that for the fun of it, and got into middle school, and choir was actually offered. So I did choir all throughout middle school and high school. Was going in. I was in church at an apostolic Pentecostal church in high
Mhm.
school, and that's all Southern gospel. You know what I mean?
Yes,
It's not like
absolutely. Great
it's
praise and
not,
worship music,
yeah,
great
it's not
harmonies.
like
Yes,
the newer
yes.
like she called me out upon the water, and it's like can't nobody like like
That's
it's
right. That's
very
right. Hmm.
upbeat and stuff like that. And so yeah, like I really got into it there. Decided I wanted to learn the drums finally, so I taught myself the drums. Um, and that was pretty much it. And then I went and tried to do the little Nashville thing for a while. It was going good, and then I got into some stuff I shouldn't have gotten into. Hauled butt back to Texas because of it, and took about a year and a half, 2 years off of music completely. And then I got a call from one of my buddies who does hosts an open mic night at Rhinestone, who called me and was like, "Hey, we're doing one next weekend." I was like, "Yeah, I don't know." And the girl that I was with at that time went ahead and signed me up for it, and so I did it. I had to teach myself the guitar in a week, just enough to be able to play two songs, but
Oh my
I was able
gosh,
to I was
for
able to figure it
real.
out. Yeah, I was able to figure it out enough just to be able to do that. And then, yeah, that's kind of how I got my start and where I got my start in Texas. It was just kind of like a, oh, why not type of thing.
And sometimes the best things come from those, okay, last minute, spontaneous. But so what did you sing that night with teaching yourself the guitar like real quick?
I actually sang Know Somebody. That was one of the songs that I did sing.
Oh, awesome.
And the other one that I sang was a Brooks and Dunn song. I'm trying to think of what it's called. The I did her so wrong for so long. Turned my back on her love, now she's long gone. Thank you, heart.
I'm singing
She
it
used to be
too.
mine. She
Yes,
used to be
yes. One
mine
of
by
the
Brooks and
most
Dunn.
beautiful ones from Brooks and
Yeah,
Dunn used to be mine. Yes.
yeah. So that's the one I did, and Chris, one of the booking person there, heard it and was like, "Hey, like we want to get you back." And then yeah, she started playing, and other people started walking in and hearing me, and they wanted to book me at other places. So
That's a
yeah, I
wonderful story.
kind of
Wow,
lucked
I
out
love
on it.
that. I love that. So, who are some of your musical influences that were in your ear as you were developing your musical career, or as you were listening to music growing up?
Yeah, so the Gaither family and the Crab family.
Oh, I love the
Um,
Gaithers. Oh, that
yeah.
harmony. Yes,
So
yes.
they were a very big part in my decision with like the genre and stuff like that because they're a Southern gospel band, right? Well,
Mhm.
doing Southern gospel, like mentally in my head, growing up in an apostolic Pentecostal church, we weren't allowed to listen to anything outside of
Right, right.
that. You know what I mean? And so it's like that's as country as you're gonna get because that's that's what you got in that religion. Like that's what you have to listen to. And so I that's what I was listening to at the time. And then my grandmother, who was also apostolic Pentecostal, I went to the same church as her, believed heavily in everything that they taught and their standards and boundaries and stuff like that. But one day I walked in her house and she's like, Gage, and this is she was using AOL. Like this was that long ago. She was like,
Okay.
have you ever heard this song? And I'm like, what song? And so she showed it to me, and it's a Craig Morgan song called it's the one. It's like I just climbed out of the cottonwood tree. I was running from some
That's what I
honeybees.
love
Just
about
done.
Sunday.
No,
No,
no, it's the oh man, almost home. That's what it is.
almost home.
Almost
That's
home.
it.
Yeah, and so I was like, no, I've never heard it. And so she had me sit there and listen to it with her. And of course, she's like, don't go tell nobody I'm listening to this. And I'm like,
How
okay, I won't.
sweet. Bless her
And
heart.
so
That's so sweet.
listening to that song, like it showed me like there's ways to like travel across, right? Like to make it from one thing that I'm in mental block mode is like, hey, I'm not gonna be able to do this transition. It doesn't make any sense, right? Well, then she showed me the song "Go Rest High" by Vince Gill,
Mhm.
and I really got into Vince Gill, and I was like, wow, like every song he has is a bridge between that Southern gospel feel and straight country music. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And I'm like, it's not that hard to transition over. And so
Absolutely.
he was another inspiration, like right then and there. It was like a wow. And then I heard Blake Shelton, and then Blake Shelton was my like all time favorite just because I was like, wow, he's good. And so yeah, that's kind of how that happened with like my inspirations and things like that.
Wow. So, how are your bookings going now? I know you're concentrating on this radio single and getting out there. So, how are you working in your bookings and different places that you're playing at? How's that
Well,
going?
so luckily my manager takes care of all that for me.
Uh-huh.
I'd probably lose my mind if I had to do all that in this the same time. But I mean, it's good. Like I'm booked out every Thursday through Sunday. I mean, of every
Awesome.
week pretty
Awesome.
much, and we're booking into next year and stuff like that. So yeah, it's going really good, and I think all of doing all this is helping with that as well.
So, I know you have someone going between doing your booking, but deep down inside, as an artist, you have to have like those bucket list venues that you definitely want to
Yeah.
play. So, what are some of those?
So Billy Bob's was one of them.
Really?
We actually ended up doing Billy Bob's, not on the main stage, the honky tonk stage, on a Thursday, and that was a rush because I've never played in front of that many people before ever, and at Billy Bob's on Thursday, everyone's there to dance, and so it's I mean you're on the honky tonk stage looking out at 500-600 people, and it's just like whoa, like yeah,
Wow.
and they're hyping you up, and so you're playing, and it's so cool and it's so fun, and then you know how it works. The next day you go and you play in front of five people, and it's like
Uh-huh.
okay, and it humbles you, and you're like, okay. um, so Billy Bob's is one of, and I'm still wanting to play the main stage of Billy Bob's, obviously.
Right.
Green Hall's another big one for me, and we actually just got dates for Green Hall, so that'll be coming up end of this month, beginning of, or end of this year, beginning of next year. Somewhere in there is when the date is for Green Hall. The Grand Ole Opry is the other one that I'm really, really want to do. The Grand Ole Opry's been ever since, because like I said, like growing up, Vince Gill was like a hero to me, and that was like his place. Like
Mhm.
I know a lot of people have played there and things like that, but like Vince Gill is the guy that consistently plays there. Like it's all the time. It's almost like they have a residency for him at the Grand Ole Opry.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. I think you've picked some very good venues there. So I see where you're working on an EP that's to be released, planning on maybe possibly April 2026.
Yes, ma'am. March April area.
So what you looking at with that? How is it? Are you recording now, or has it already in
Yeah,
the
so we're
bag? Or
recording. We're recording some other songs. They're all in studio and stuff like that, and I think two of them we have done. They're just not fully mixed and mastered. We're waiting for those to get back, but yeah, I think we're looking at like a 7 or 8 song EP, something like that. And we'll have an extra one on there, or something like maybe acoustic style, like have something different in there for the EP, and it's looking like it's on track so far. So.
oh, awesome. So did you write all the tracks going onto that EP?
All the song, the lyrics and stuff like that, yeah. And so like, and it's one thing that I really like about the guy that I'm working with, Austin, who's also the keyboard player for the Teague Brothers.
Oh,
Um,
okay, okay,
yeah,
cool,
so
awesome.
he's got his own studio and stuff like that. So for all of the songs that I'm doing, we've got Roy from Ghost of Hill County. I'm not sure if you know who Ghost of Hill County is.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I do. Yes, I
All
do.
right, so Roy does all the lead parts on all my songs, including Know Somebody. And then we've got Bill. Do you know who American Aquarium is?
Yes.
So Bill was their bass player, and now he plays for Mickey and the Motor Cars. The
Uh-huh.
the big Superman
Uh-huh.
jacked up looking,
Cool.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So he does bass on my stuff, and Austin takes what I'm giving him. Like I'm giving him the song, right? I just go in and lay a scratch track with my vocals and my guitar. He takes it and just makes it into something completely different that I'm just kind of like, I never would have thought about going with it that way, but yeah, I like that better. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, so I mean, I have the lyrics and somewhat of an arrangement when I go in there, but a lot of the times, like it doesn't turn out exactly how I originally had it because as the guy that wrote it, like it's hard to get out of that mindset of like, this is how I wrote it,
Yeah.
so it's not going to be any different until someone else shows you, hey, it can be different, it can be better, it can be really cool.
And that's so good that you're open to that and that you embrace that.
Yeah, that's got to be part of your mindset. I mean, it's being part of a team, being part of people that are trying to help out and stuff like that. And if you go in there all stubborn, then you're never going to get anywhere.
Mhm. So as far as going back to being out on the road, and have you had a chance to open for any big I guess what I'm trying to say is, have you had a chance to open for any big artists yet?
No, not yet. We're so actually my studio guys actually talk with the Teague brothers. I'm not going to say that is happening,
Hmm.
but they're in talks about it. And then in December we'll be opening up for Ghostville County at the backyard.
That's good. That's good.
Um, other than that, well, I did. Do you know who the Neon Prophets are?
No.
Okay, well, I just opened up for them in the stockyards at the White Elephant. Yeah, and that's about it right now. We're working on stuff, but yeah, not fully there yet.
Well, I personally love John Teague. I love the Teague brothers. I love that you're working with,
Yeah.
that you've got some stuff going with Teague brothers. That's awesome. Well, gosh, you got like everything together. So, what are some of your goals down the road with your music?
So right now, this is like technically my full-time job because I'm not doing anything else at the moment.
Okay.
Um, I would like for it to comfortably be my full-time job. If it was comfortably my full-time job, that would be fantastic. I
Right.
mean, not to say things aren't getting done. Like my manager's on top of it, consistently booking shows and stuff like that. But
That's great.
everything's so expensive right now. You know what I mean? So it's that, and I've got my daughter, and so everything's just so expensive.
Oh,
Um, So, I mean, that's definitely one of my goals is to be not just doing it full time, but doing it full time and living comfortably off of it. Um, and yeah, just like everybody else, like to be famous, like it's what I've wanted to do
Yes.
since I was younger, something that had to do with music, and then I realized it was singing, and so it's what I'm wanting to do. It's what I'm currently and actively pursuing.
Well, that's awesome. And so Know Somebody is out. It's doing well on the charts. Are you already getting in the can another follow-up radio release once this one runs its course on the
Uh,
charts?
yeah, we are. It's
Good, 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 good,
yeah,
good.
yeah. It's a song called "Stay." It's actually getting finished up right now in the studio. So
That's good. That's very good. Always to work ahead on that. Well, I've certainly enjoyed the visit. Is there anything else that we need to cover that I haven't maybe touched on that's important to you during this interview?
other than thanking everybody who's been there to support me and push me through it, no. I mean, I think you've covered everything.
Yeah. Well, you got a good radio promoter too. Love Dylan.
Yeah, I do.
And
Dylan's awesome.
yeah,
Dylan is awesome.
it's like and it's just that our Texas country music industry, we're all just such one big family. And I'm sure that you're seeing the camaraderie once you get out to the
Yeah.
venues and you're playing with other artists like you've already brought up Teague Brothers and some others. So that's really cool. Well, I look for great things from you, Gage, and I'm sure you'll be back on the podcast or maybe a radio tour. Maybe next time you can come in studio. That would be great. So
Yes,
thank you
ma'am.
so much for taking out the time. Are you headed to
Thank you
another
for having
radio?
me.
Are you headed to
I'm
another
not.
radio station this afternoon, or are
I'm
you
I'm
through?
not. Yeah, this is my last thing for the day.
Awesome. Awesome. And then you start again tomorrow.
Yeah, so today I had two in Waco, and then I came back home to do this one, and then tomorrow I'll be out in Kerrville. I'll be coming back up
Beautiful.
here.
Beautiful.
And then
Hey,
Thursday I've got another
yeah.
Zoom one.
That was the one thing I didn't cover, and I'm such a hometown girl. Where's your hometown? Where did you grow up? What was
Oh,
wrong
I'm
with
sorry.
me? Yeah, no, we
So
skipped right through
I'm
that with all the
originally
great stories. Skipped right over that.
I'm originally from Mamu, Louisiana. That's where I was born at.
Okay,
And
okay.
then when I was young, we moved to Texas, and I've been here the rest of my life, and kind of went between the Fort Worth area to now I'm in the Joshua area, right outside of Cleburne. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. Is over here in Joshua.
I don't even know how I skipped over that because you can tell by my last name, I'm Czech and we're nosy. Like, who's your grandma? Who's your mama? I grew up in a small town 50 miles west of Houston, and it's like everybody knew everybody. So I'm always like into the hometowns. But your story, I just loved your story that you were telling with your mom being your teacher and what happened at school and your grandma. I just love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
funny
I
because go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh no, I was gonna say that all that kind of made me like who I am in a way. So
Yes, it does. Absolutely, it does. And it's so funny you sharing your story about your mom teaching because my daughter, she is a elementary school PE teacher, and my grandson is on her campus, and she is loving it. We were a little concerned about it because he's like real protective of mom. He doesn't like when other kids are like, even when he would visit her campus, and they're just loving it. I could see something like that with them one day. Yeah,
yeah,
it's just so cool to have your mom on campus like that.
yeah,
Well, great visit, Gage. Thank you so much and good luck down the road. I'll be following along to see how you do, and I'm looking forward to all your success. Thanks for coming on the Texas Toast
yes,
podcast.
ma'am. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of the Texas Toast Podcast. And now, big news. If you're a lover of Texas country red dirt music, you can now go listen to our station, Texas Toast Radio. Log on to texastoastradio.com to hear a mix of all your Texas country favorites.